Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to... Well, Grant, these days, we're seeing this more in the league. A team doing the Los Angeles tour.
Yeah, but, it's kind of cool, right? I mean, if you're going to come to L.A., you might as well make the most of it. Don't just take on the Lakers or the Clippers. Play them both.
Here are the five for the Lakers. Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. James is out there with Marcus Smart. And it's Ayton in at the center position. And here's Indiana now, following the three-pointer by Los Angeles. Here's Siakam. That one a little long. And James has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a three-point game. Last time they met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
Here's Nembhard, following the three-pointer by Los Angeles. Siakam, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Shot's good by James.
And 3 for 4 to start, showing some rhythm.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Nembhard outside. Pass to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Back to Nembhard. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It was almost like they looked stunned when the game slipped through their fingers. Being on the wrong end of an upset leads to a quiet ride home.
Yes, that's definitely one that they want back, but you can't dwell on mistakes in the NBA. They need to forget about it, and it's on to the next one.
And here's Indiana now, following the score by Los Angeles. 1:36 left in the first. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Pascal Siakam's veteran presence is hugely valuable to this Pacers team. Coach Rick Carlisle said, quote, his experience is really important to us. He doesn't get rattled, his personality stays consistent, but things get frantic in games. He is a calming influence on our young players. Back to you guys.
The cagey veteran. Allie, thank you. Here's Doncic. The Pacers making their last shot. From the arc. The rebound by Nesmith. Pacers trail by 6. Here's Siakam. Doncic grabs the miss. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Reeves with a screen on Siakam. And there's James from the arc. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a three-point basket.
Siakam looking it over. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
Doncic against McConnell. Kicks it out to Smart. Hachimura outside. Back to Smart. There's the triple. No luck on that one. And so it's Los Angeles. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. We'll be back in a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. They've got Rui Hachimura, Luke Kennard out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Jake LaRavia, and it's Hayes in at the center position. Jones against Kennard, outside for McConnell. They set the pick. Back to Jones. There's the three. Hachimura with a rebound. The Lakers lead by 9. Richard, it's hard to believe, but this is already LeBron's 8th season with the Lakers.
Yeah, surpassing his first 7 seasons with the Cavs. And look, this is his longest consecutive streak with one team, and he's got a championship to show for it.
Nails it from beyond the arc. LaRavia's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Huff. Nesmith comes in for Shepard, and it's Nembhard in for Jones. The Lakers also with a sub. Smart's checked in. Pacers trail by 12. McConnell left side. And here's Siakam for 3. Yes! And it's McConnell with the assist that time. Siakam's got 7. If you had to say, Richard, what's the most critical component for a team to play effective defense?
I would say being bought in. If players are bought in, you could overcome individual deficiencies.
Now here's Smart. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. 4 on the clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's McConnell. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Outside Nesmith, the 3. Smart grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 9. Pass to Reeves. Now Hayes. Outside Reeves. Hayes with a screen on McConnell. The shot by Reeves, no good. The Pacers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Toppin passes to McConnell. Here's Siakam. Nice job inside from Siakam.
Getting comfortable in the second quarter. His efficiency is finally on the rise.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Here are your Indiana Pacers.
Zubats, he's checked in for Indiana. Walker comes in for McConnell, and then for Los Angeles. Aiden, he's checked in for Hachimura. James comes in for Laravia, and Doncic has subbed in for Reeves. .121 left to play in the half. And he lobs it up. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Well, one of the many things that's impressive about Luka Doncic, he double clutches so well.
Right, and even absorbs contact in the air, and somehow, some way, still has a very high field goal percentage. Luka, his game defies logic. Maybe Luka's logic.
Here's Siakam. And no good, trying to use the glass.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Pacers trail by 7. And here comes the break. Siakam, lethal in transition.
Yeah, and when it comes to finishing plays, Siakam can beat you back to the basket, facing up and, of course, in transition.
Hayes, the pass to Doncic. And stolen by Nembhard. There's Nesmith with a 3. Offensive rebound, Pacers. Doncic against Nembhard. Back to Walker. And the 3 off target.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Here's Doncic to end the drought. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Taking a look here at Indiana. They haven't played their best ball, it's an understatement. Looking a little lost and flustered right now. It's almost like they don't have any confidence in themselves.
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the Lakers.
We expect them to come out and play well. They put on their work clothes. They're taking care of things. That's what good teams do.
This could have been a trap game for them, but they set the tone early, and I like what I'm seeing, man. I like it. I like it.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Boy, you look at Pascal Siakam. He's been playing really well.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Andrew Nembhard is out there with Aaron Nesmith. Then there's Ivica Zubats. Then it's Pascal Siakam, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. That's the group for Rick Carlisle, getting going here in the second half.
Yeah, textbook pick and roll right there. Siakam doing an outstanding job playing facilitator there.
James can't get it to go. Pacers trail by 6. Inside, James with a steal. Now Los Angeles moving it up. Here's Reeves, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Nembhard, the pass to Zubac. So nice passing by Indiana here. And here's Siakam for three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. James has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Walker passes to Nembhard. Now here's Zubac, doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. And so it's Ayton with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. They're leading by 8. It's James on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
And the jam by Walker.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Here comes your Lakers Fight Crew, everybody. Make some noise.
As the playoffs draw closer, here's what the East looks like. You look at Indiana, a really frustrating season for them. They're looking forward to the draft.
Checking out Indiana, they realize they have 1 month to go here, and as a team currently in the middle of the pack, there's a huge opportunity to gain separation. So I think they're up for the challenge.
Now here's Reeves. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Lakers are trying to maximize what LeBron James has left in the tank. Coach J.J. Redick said, when you get to coach one of the greatest players ever, you take a lot of joy and pride and excitement in that. And it's my job to help him in these last few innings of his career. Brian?
A rare opportunity. Allie, thanks very much for the report. That's good from Siakam.
And Siakam can score from all 3 levels, which is why this team leans on him to shoulder a lot of the offensive load.
Hachimura's checked in for the Lakers. Siakam hits them both. 1:51 left in the third quarter. Smart outside. There's a screen. Pass to James. LeBron sticks the triple.
Let's just say this hasn't been his quarter. Yeah, he's shooting 20% in it so far.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense, shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Indiana. And the Lakers also making a change. Hayes is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Pass to Walker. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Back to Doncic. Now here is James. Shoots over Zubac. James can't get it to go.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
There's Nesmith with the three. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
And it's Smart missing.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Hachimura, right side. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Hachimura's got his first basket.
Oh, when Rory hits the mid-range, it makes him that much tougher to handle.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Walker, a screen on James. Pass to Nesmith. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Nembhard. On the take. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Keep working the game, possession by possession. Keep doing everything hard. Down there, let's get some stops.
Coach Carlisle imploring his guys to lock in defensively.
Defensive intensity is important. The offense will come, but you need the defense to bring effort.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so in the game for the Lakers, they've got Jake LaRavia. Hayes is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Austin Reeves, and it's Kennard in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Siakam. Back to Jones from behind the arc. And he can't get that one. The Lakers lead by 7. Kennard finds Hachimura. McConnell against Reeves. Fires top of the key, and that one is right through the heart.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Toppin outside. To the paint. Here's Jones using the glass to lay it in.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
The Lakers lead by 7. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
Here comes the Lakers.
ready for Indiana. Zubats, he's checked in for Toppin. Walker comes in for Shepard. Neesmith, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. LeBron comes in for Achimura. Marcus Smart's checked in for LaRabia. And Doncic has subbed in for Kennard. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Nembhard. Siakam fires. Rebounded by Ayton. James deciding where to go with it. Doncic throws it down.
Going on the attack, Luka doesn't give them a chance to get between him and the rim.
Now Siakam. Shoots from 12. Nice. That one's good.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Finishes off the lob. Wow.
What goes up, Ayton will throw down. They knew just when to pass him that ball.
Siakam against James. Pascal Siakam with a nice finish.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Doncic outside. And the three misses. Pacers trail by 7. Outside Neesmith. Nembhard fires. Rebounded by Ayton.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Smart, a screen on Nembhard. Doncic misses the three. For Indiana, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Siakam in the post, guarded by Doncic.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Nembhard against James. Ayton, a screen on Nembhard. James buries it from outside.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. 43 seconds left in the fourth. Nembhard outside. Yes, sir! That one's good! 35 seconds left in the game. James outside. Oh, missed on the tray. And you never want to say never, but in this case...
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know if divine intervention could turn this around.
Doncic against Nembhard. Los Angeles picking up the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Luka, you played well tonight, and your team got the win. Those two usually go together, but what else made the difference?
Yeah, I think we had a great game. I think it was a great game today. We step up together, play good defense, and it was a great win.
Team defense goes a long way. Thanks, Luka.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And we present the player of the game, LeBron James.